Here is a rather short game. Well, it seems a short game. It's a practical game. It's played on chess.com, and I have the white pieces. The game is a Spanish Cozio defense. So here we go. Let's have a look at this game. This was a 5-minute game played earlier on today. So I hope you enjoy it. So here, with the move knight ge7 on move 3, we have the Cozio defense. If black plays a6, bishop a4 for white, then knight ge7, then it is called the deferred Cozio defense in the Spanish or the Ruy. So here's knight ge7. So here I place the d4 pawn to d5, and this brings about the knight to c to e5. Black could play knight to b8 as well. So I now play f4, of course, because it's the sort of move I like playing. And now came my thematic move, which is, of course, a4. So I'm really moving backwards and forwards. I actually go back to bishop c4 now. Or I go to bishop c4 for the first time in the game. So, of course, the threat is of course, dc6, check, and capture bishop wherever it lands the white squared bishop of blacks. Queen d2, more or less fulfilling my opening requirements of development, rather somewhat king safety and some centralization. f5, ouch, this is eradicating all my lovely central pawns, because I'm thinking, wow, that's a good move, f5. f5 is a really good move, so I think I better be quick, bishop d4. Now here I thought post the game I could play knight g5 here, but I go backwards with knight g3, bishop d7, and here comes knight h5, bishop f6, knight f6, gf6. Now this pawn on f6 for black is now a target for white. But first things first, I played dc6, and here my opponent played bishop c6. Now I play just a normal looking move, bishop d3, and comes king g7. So what move would you play now? The move I came up with is move 24 g4. This is pretty basic really, just playing to g5 and winning f6 pawn of blacks. Queen d7, And here I played bishop f5 to prevent queen g4 check messing up my plan. And then after queen g4 check, by the way, it's curtains because I have to play king f2. So I played bishop f5, g5, queen f7, this will not do, bishop f6, king g8, rook ae1 with ideas of bishop e6, forking the queen for bishop. So here came rook ae8, queen d6, sort of renewing the threat of bishop e6. And here black played knight h4, bishop e6, rook e6, queen e6, queen e6, rook e6, knight f3. So this looks quite good, doesn't it? For black, knight f3 check. What would you play now? I played 33, king f2, knight h2, and here I played rook g1, knight f3, and here I played rook c6. This is removing the knight protection on f3, so if bc6, then king f3. So black responded with knight g1, rook c7, knight h3, check, king g3, knight g1. Now we have a battery of these checks on g7 and rook away. First of all, so rook g7 check, king h8 forced, rook b7, king g8 not forced. Black could opt to play rook f6, but there they would be left with an exchange down plus 2 pawns sort of thing. Rook g7 check, king h8, rook a7 check, discovery, king g8, rook g7 check, king h8, and now to sort of tidy things up, we have the following: rook g6 check, rook f6 forced, rook f6, knight e2, king g4, hello, knight d4, a5, and my opponent with 35 seconds left, comparative to my 121 seconds left, resigned herewith. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that game. A little bit different from the usual run-of-the-mill e3 move or e6 move.